What's up, guys? Welcome. Quick disclaimer. Don't be dumb. I'm not a doctor, not a lawyer, not a psychologist, not any of that. Just an average guy. But yeah, I did what for how many days straight? 30 days? 30 days worth of DMT. What do you think the outcome of that was? It's not what you think. It's actually quite astounding. But maybe it's placebo. Who knows? I don't know. This is just my experience. I can't say that I don't encourage it, but I can't say that I do encourage it. Go within. Ask yourself, is this what we need, soul? Is this what we need, higher self? Because if DMT, you kept on hearing about it and it keeps on, showing up in your reality, it's probably trying to give you a hint saying, hey, you should try this. I'm just saying, this is my experience and everybody else that I know. Everybody that I meet, not everybody, but if I get a good vibe from you and you just happen to bring that up to me, I'm going to be like, oh yeah. And then I'm going to give them the experience. Because what are the odds of this random person coming up to me and bringing up DMT? And it's happened numerous times, out of nowhere. Could have talked a million things and DMT comes up. But anyways, when I first started, exploring the DMT world, no one came to me. I ended up, finding a resource online and getting the materials and doing it myself. I thought that was the safest way to do it. So I ended up going through with the process and everything worked out. And so I always had it in abundance, I guess you could say. And just so happened, I would find myself doing a DMT experience at least once every day. And this went on for over 30 days. But let's just say 30 days. And sometimes it could have been twice a day. And you would have to imagine some of the things that you would experience. Having at least a DMT experience a day, you're bound to break through on something. But it wasn't always like that, it was hit or miss. But I wasn't necessarily doing it for the experience, more so the chemical reaction that was going on in the brain. Because the way I see it is whenever you hear of someone having a transcendental experience and a miraculous healing, it's always through a meditation. Well, usually, if you follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, it's through a meditation and activating the pineal gland and having that experience. So you would have to ask yourself, now, what's the difference from you doing it endogenously or, you actually, just smoking the molecule? And I couldn't see there being that much of a difference, but I'm not a doctor. This is just my experience. And, yeah. So this video is not necessarily for the people that don't know what DMT is. I suggest if you clicked on this video, you already knew what it was. But it's a chemical we naturally produce in the brain, and when that flows, hold on. But what has happened? What have I experienced within that time frame? Let's just say from the time that I was introduced to DMT all the way up until now. I know that I sped up my spiritual evolution in some sense, because I am far from the individual that I was 6 months ago. And even in the beginning of my awakening, and yes, these molecules, whether it's, mushrooms, ayahuasca, DMT, whatever it is, best believe those are tools to explore your spirit world. It's connection to the spirit world. It's pretty much it's a tool that was put on this planet to activate our DNA and evolve our soul. Now, it can naturally happen, or it could happen through a plant, you know. Now, if you are looking for that experience, it's out there. But I definitely noticed a substantial difference from the moment that my first experience up until my 30th experience. And some of the things you just couldn't explain that was going on in the mind. I mean, I've had numerous experiences where it sounded like DSL dial-up in broadband going on in my brain, like wah, wah, it's the weirdest thing. Like I was getting some type of download during certain experiences, and it just really opens up your mind to, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It really opens up your mind, and it allows you to learn to let go of the things that are no longer serving us, you know, because sometimes we just don't want to let go. Like our spirit is ready to move on and follow its higher purpose, but our ego is so attached to this 3D world where we just don't want to let it go. We fear, you know, that process, so we try to hang on as long as we can. And I believe these medicines will allow you to let go a lot more effortlessly. And that's what I've realized. And just getting to know who I am as a person, you know. And you'd have to ask yourself, like, everybody's DMT experience is going to be personal to them. Some people, you know, will just get something that really doesn't make any sense to them. And what I have to say about that is I really don't think it's just telling you that, hey, this is just fun and games. You know, there's really not anything for you in this medicine. But if you actually get some soul awakening experience, then you'll know, like, okay, I got to stick with this medicine. It's telling me something. And like I said, it'll definitely have you acknowledge that God is within. And searching for God anywhere in this external world is absolutely pointless, because He is within. He is within. He is that voice that you hear that tells you all the good and productive things that you should be doing. You know, like, let's just say you've been eating like shit, and, you know, that voice in your head says, hey, maybe we should go with the salad today, or maybe we should do this, or hey, maybe we shouldn't go to that party on Friday. Something's telling me not to. That voice, yeah, that's God talking to you. And what I've realized is, with, at least, you know, when I was introduced to this molecule, that voice gets a little louder and it becomes easier to trust. You know, you just end up starting to trust it, and you realize that, wow, I have all the answers, and they're within me. They're within me. So I don't have to look out here for anything. They're all within. And then once you find them from within, certain things will happen in your outer reality to confirm that you are on your path, or you are spot on. It's happened numerous times. So just, you know, stay open. Quit acting like you know everything. But I kind of stirred off topic. But if you end up having these real mystical experiences, man, I just had a brain fart. Must have been the DMT. But these things will get in your head, you know, and will show you things about yourself that you would have never even known on a subconscious level, on a soul level. It will show you these things, or it will show you what you have to do. The spiritual realm will communicate with you through this medicine. And that's my experience. Like I said, I'm not promoting it, but if you're going through your awakening or something like that, I would definitely do some research and look into it. Because if these videos keep on finding you, it's for a reason. There's no accidents in this universe. Just know. If something keeps on showing up, that's your higher self trying to get a hold of you, saying, hey, right here, you know, I put this right in front of you so you'd realize, but you just keep on overthinking it. No, quit overthinking it. It keeps on showing up for a reason. And just say, yes, I'm ready for this experience. And it will show up somehow, some way. You ain't got to worry about the how. You ain't got to worry about the what. You just have to worry about gaining that courage. Hey, I just had deja vu right there. Like I did this before. And I never did this video. Fucking how weird is that? Like I lived this life before. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I could see why someone would want to keep this from us. I could definitely see why. And just do due diligence. 11:11 clock timer. God, I'm so on point. And that's another thing that it made me, like the synchronicities just show up. If you follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he'll teach you these meditations that will how to, you know, endogenously, like on your own, create these DMT experiences. And he's like, once you go through this experience and you have this inner experience that was more realer than any outer experience you ever had, it'll start showing up into your outer reality. Like your days will just change. And like ever since I've welcomed this beautiful, beautiful molecule into my life, I have synchronicities 10, 15, 20 times a day. And I know I'm not looking for them. They just show up. And it almost becomes overwhelming at times. They show up so frequently, it's overwhelming. And I have to tell them, please, just easy. Is there something that I'm not doing? I get it. I'm on my path and I got it. It's great. But that's it, guys. If you like videos like this, leave a comment. I have plenty of these experiences because that's my shit. I love it. And I love you. So subscribe and I'll see you later.